Please rise in body or in spirit and join us in singing Enter, Rejoice, and Come In, found on page 361 of your gray hymnal and on page 65 of your Spanish hymnal. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Ven, ven, alegrate hoy. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy. Es hoy un día muy feliz. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy.
Open your ears to the song.
Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Ven a escuchar la canción.
Ven a escuchar la canción. Ven a escuchar la canción. Es hoy un día muy feliz. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy.
Open your hearts, everyone.
Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Ven abierto el corazón.
Ven abierto el corazón. Ven abierto el corazón. Es hoy un día muy feliz. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy.
Don't be afraid of some change.
Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
No tengas miedo a cambiar.
No tengas miedo a cambiar. No tengas miedo a cambiar. Es hoy un día muy feliz. Ven, ven, alégrate hoy. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a
Welcome to the Climate Justice Revival Workshop service. This is an unusual service. It has come to us via our national organization, the Unitarian Universalist Association, UUA. We are so glad that you're here with us, entering and rejoicing and coming in. And this morning, as I say, we're doing things a bit differently. At the intersection of the climate crisis and our commitment to justice, we are joining congregations all over the country for a time of renewal and recommitment.
Pull the mic by you.
My bad ear. That's my bad ear.
Microphone. Put the microphone by you. Can't hear you.
Oh, okay. She says, put the microphone by me. Is this better? All right. I can't hear anyway, so. So, you probably know that throughout religious history, revivals have marked periods of resurgence in people's commitment to their faith traditions. Classic American tent revivals took people out of the four walls of the church building and out into the world. They brought the community together, and they served as a galvanizing force for the future. This is often, as now, at times of great change and anxiety. Taking a note then from those who have gone before us, the UUA Climate Justice Revival is meant to be a time to come together and to recommit. No big tent, but a revival nonetheless. We believe that together we can move past systems and cultures of extraction to usher in a new era with love and justice at the center. We protect what we love. So during this morning's worship, we will be remembering our love for the earth, for the air, for fire. Water, maybe not so much after this weekend, but certainly it's a life-giving force also. We'll be tapping into our love for people, especially those first and most impacted by climate disruption. We'll be celebrating all of creation and recommitting our care and protection to it. So let's begin with breath and air. Let's give thanks for those gathered around you. Breathe. Give thanks for that air, always present, supporting all of life. Ted will now be coming forward to light the chalice, and as he does so, I will read the words of Reverend Megan Foley, Deputy Director for Congregational Life at the UUA. When Unitarian Universalists light our chalice, we are doing more than moving a bit of flame from a little stick to our favorite wick. When Unitarian Universalists light our chalices, we're showing what happens when we harness the power of fire. Fire is one of our world's most sacred elements, perhaps because it always causes change. Fire warms and feeds us. Fire destroys and eliminates. With a bit of attention and care, fire works with us to reveal, to show, literally to illuminate. Fire helps us to see and to survive. And so fire is an especially sacred symbol today at this climate justice revival meeting, because we are in need of change. We are in need of warmth and sustenance, and we need to clear a bright new path for ourselves and the world. May this cup of captured fire be a symbol today of our passion, our care, our brilliance in the face of great need. Like fire, we are powerful. Like fire, we create change. May it be so. Ted?
At this time, we have a Time for All Ages recording for you, presented by the UUA President, Reverend Sophia Betancourt. Author of this work, entitled What Do You Do with a Problem, is Kobe Yamad. When the recording has ended, please rise in body and or spirit and join in singing hymn 1064, Blue Boat Home.
As we continue the celebration of our revival together, I am so excited to bring you a story by one of my favorite children's authors, Kobe Yamada. The images are by May Bisam. This story is called What Do You Do with a Problem? I don't know how it happened, but one day I had a problem. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I really didn't like having a problem, but it was here. It was here. Why is it here? What does it want? What do you do with a problem? I thought. I wanted it to go away. I shooed it, I scowled at it, I tried ignoring it, but nothing worked. I started to worry about my problem. What if it swallowed me up? What if my problem sneaks up and gets me? What if it gets me? What if it takes away all of my things? I worried a lot. I worried about what would happen. I worried about what could happen. I worried about this, and I worried about that. And the more I worried, the bigger my problem became. I wished it would just disappear. I tried everything I could to hide from it. I even found ways to disguise myself, but it still found me. And the more I avoided my problem, the more I saw it everywhere. I thought about it all the time. I didn't feel good at all. I couldn't take it anymore. This has to stop, I declared. Maybe I was making my problem bigger and scarier than it actually was. After all, my problem hadn't really swallowed me up or attacked me. I realized that I had to face it. So even though I didn't want to, I really didn't want to, even though I was really afraid, I got ready and I tackled my problem. When I got face to face with it, I discovered something. My problem wasn't what I thought it was, and I discovered that it had something beautiful inside. My problem held an opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to learn and grow, to be brave, to do something. It showed me that it was important to look closely because some opportunities only come once. So now I see problems differently. I'm not afraid of them anymore because I know their secret. Every problem has an opportunity for something good. You just have to look for it. And that, my loves, is the end of our story.
The infant from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Did a good job. Yeah, thank you. We're going to depart from the order of service just for a moment and do our usual Book of Life ritual, which is this red book, which you can find on the back table as you come in, and in it you may enter any of your joys and or sorrows that you would like to share with the rest of us. After I read from the book, we'll have an opportunity to drop a stone in the water, which is an oral version of the red book, where you can come up and either drop a stone in silence or drop your stone and share with us briefly a joy or a concern that you have. And I'm sure there'll be some to be shared this morning. I just want to remind you that this is on YouTube, and so it will be publicly available. So keep that in mind as you share. This is an unsigned, yes, today is the 29th, is it not? Yes. This is unsigned. With gratitude for our fellowship's participation in the UUA's Climate Justice Revival, on the heels of another devastating hurricane, and our presence in a community with many challenges, may we reimagine and evolve in some new strategies and solutions. Thank you. I should be better at reading handwriting after my years of teaching. Now I invite anyone who cares to come forward and drop a stone and share a joy or a concern. Good. Here come Dick and Joanne, Jackie. Good. Robert.
Just to say we're glad we're back and we missed you all.
Welcome back, Dick and Joanne. The microphone is here. You can step behind him. We know who you are.
I'm dropping a stone in the water for all the people who have suffered so much with Hurricane Helene.
The water jet.
I have two concerns. I have one concern is I'm going to have a procedure tomorrow on my back to possibly electrically stop my back pain. So we'll see how that goes. My next stone is going to be a joy, is that I have a granddaughter that's a DJ in Cleveland, and her radio name is Carrie Danger. So she talks about me a lot on the radio, and she refers to me as Grandpa Danger.
Hi, I'm Carlos Barrett, and yeah, this is also a stone for the people that suffer from Hurricane Helene. It's one thing with the coming elections and stuff like that. Climate change is not one of the topics that is very emphasized on these campaigns, so I hope there will be more. But I'm here to let you know that next Saturday, October 5th, we are going to have Lula, the Hispanic organization, is going to have a Noche Latina at the American Post Legion 183 in Buttonworth, Florida. I'm going to be able, this is a function where it's going to be a dinner dance where we get funds to help to give scholarship for immigrant children or children that deserve it. I'm going to be, as you know, I do Latin jazz singing, so I'm going to be performing at that event. So I invite you to please come and support the organization. You can see Betty at the back. Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos.
I have a dear, dear friend, neighbor, who has been in the hospital for the past week and been recovering from a lung surgery where she was, a third of her lung was removed, and she's having complications now, and she's, it's just hard and sad to watch her be so struggling with recovery. And I think she's recovering, but it's just hard to watch, and I'm thinking about my friend.
That stone was for me. I think I needed it. Those of you who know me have expressed amazement at my beautiful, colorful black eye. And I will just share with the rest of you that I survived the hurricane beautifully. My shutters were up and it was all dark and it was all over, and I went to turn on a light, stubbed my toe, and fell into an end table. And the worst of it was the bleeding. A head wound, of course, is known to bleed profusely. So the black eyes were just the dessert. I will now drop one final stone. Try not to trip this time. For those joys and sorrows that are too tender to be spoken, but are carried in your hearts, and want you to know that we are with you.
Sharon?
Oh, yes. Did you have a... Just a moment, Alex. Hang on just a minute. Next, I was going to do something that we generally do earlier, which is introduce any visitors or newcomers today. And Doug has the microphone for you. So if you would... This is Alex.
Just. Thank you. I don't need a microphone. I was just wondering if visitors are allowed to do that.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll do it then. Thank you. My name is Alex Rodriguez. I'm originally from Peru, and this is the first time I'm visiting here. Thank you so much for inviting me. Gurio is the gentleman that invited me here, and every time I get a little emotional. This is only the first time. After that, I have to get going. I don't get emotional anymore. But I usually speak up anytime I hear love. You know, especially here. You know, God is love, and every time I'm associated with a group so wonderful like you guys, I say this, and I'd like to also pray for Sharon, for her eyes, poor thing. I know the feeling. My mom passed away about 2 months ago from. Also, she was from Peru, and she lived in Texas. She's buried here in Port Charlotte, and so, anyways, she used to fall a lot, and so you reminded me. So God bless you. Anyways, yeah, and just to finish up, what I'd like to do is pray for all the suffering in the world. And I hope God will take care of it. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Doug, I think, please raise your, let's see, Cindy's right here.
Hi.
Tell me where you are.
I'm just Cindy Tanner. I'm from the Canadian border. Just moved here a month ago, and thank you for being so welcoming.
Yeah. Yes, back there. Yes.
Hi, I'm Robin, and this is my husband, David. We are also dancers, and we're looking forward to coming to your activity next week. We live close by and been wanting to come for a long time, but so busy with so many things. So here we are.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're all entirely welcome. And now, Dennis. Oh, goodness gracious, wonderful.
My name's Linda Lowther. I've lived here for many years. Thank you for being so welcoming.
Linda, you're hiding back there. I didn't see you. Okay, now, Dennis.
The part that I'm going to do is entitled Prayers of the People and Planet. And so if you would please rise in body or spirit for prayers of the people and planet. Fear stifles imagination and limits our capacity for relationships that embrace our beautiful and abundant humanity. Fear creates cynical cycles of supremacy and extractive relationships with each other and our planet. Reimagining together is how we overcome fear. Reimagining together is how we build new relationships and a new era, putting love at the center. Today especially, we put love at the center of our work for climate justice. Please join in the prayers of the people and planet. Your response is, let us reimagine a new era together. Let's practice that. Let us imagine a new era together.
Beginning right here in our congregation, we pray for ourselves and we open our hearts to be companions, caring for a hurting world and committing to create a world of flourishing. Let us imagine a new era together. With reverence for the great web of life and with humility, we acknowledge our place in it. We commit to protect Earth and all beings from exploitation. So we pray for land, ecosystems, all species, the entire natural world. Let us reimagine a new era together. We pray for justice for local frontline communities who are impacted first, worst, and longest by climate change and who face systemic oppression. Let us reimagine a new era together.
In our reimagining, we gain the capacity to recommit to communities of mutual support, which we are the building blocks of an ecosystem of mutual survival. Let us reimagine a new era together. We look towards each other, people of faith, good conscience, and spirit, leaning on one another and trusting in the hope we can create together. Let us reimagine a new era. We make right the wrongs of the past, not by ignoring them, but by doing the difficult work of dismantling the oppressive systems and behaviors that feed our illusion of separation. May we live in a way that honors our interdependence and acts in accordance with our interconnection with all people and the planet.
In our widening and deepening connections. Back up one, sorry. As we begin in local committed communities of support, we find the strength and courage to widen our circles of concern, resisting hierarchies of value and ideologies of scarcity. Let us reimagine a new era together. In our widening and deepening connections, we discover relations in the salt-kissed islands of Kiribati, the solid and frozen ground of Newtok, Alaska, and the life-giving valley of Rio Guapanal. Let us reimagine a new era together. With humility and commitment, we acknowledge our own part in so much harm to our relations: saltwater encroachment, dying permafrost, and the poison refuge of illegal mining. Let us reimagine a new era together. May we set down fear. May our courage to face the intersecting systems of harm lead to the strength to create intersecting practices of love and healing so that all may flourish. Let us reimagine a new era together.
Reimagining together, we build new relationships. We put love at the center of climate justice work, and we commit. Amen.
An anthem is a rousing or uplifting song identified with a particular group or cause. For this special denomination-wide climate justice revival, the planning team commissioned an anthem to celebrate not just today, but to carry forward in years to come, identifying our work for climate justice. The talented musicians Leah Morris and Adam Pod have gifted us with the song titled Part of It. It calls us to choose survival and make an art of it, poetic ways of stating that we are committing to the work of a flourishing world, because our care for the planet and all its creatures is an existential task. The lyrics reflect a sense of urgency, as well as passion, dedication, and joy in the work. The song also calls us to curiosity, humility, creativity, and grace. The work does not fall on one person's shoulders alone. Contributions individuals make are part of the solution. We must ground our solutions in community care with love at the center. Let us reimagine together.
There's an eternal sacred circle. We are part of it. There's an eternal sacred circle. We are part of it. We are only part of it. There's a divine and loving wisdom. We
Climate justice isn't abstract. It starts close to home. It impacts people, all of us, our neighbors and friends. And it's not a contest, our commitment to the planet versus our commitment to a more just society. If you think about it, these two commitments are one and the same. We know this congregation is committed to a just world of abundance and care and love. And we also know that commitment includes funding. So please, as the ushers come forward and pass the baskets among you, please give generously to the life and work of this beloved community, this beloved earthling community.
Remember that you're not alone. When the storms of life drown you out and your faith is low and you're full of doubt, see the children play, 'cause there is hope in us. When the winds of change will burn your fields and disasters in your life won't yield, remember that there is hope in us. They say we're alone on a sick, dying hill, trashing out problems like plastic don't kill. But every living creature calls this place home. Remember that you're not alone. When the storms of life drown you out, when your faith is low and you're full of doubt, see the children play, 'cause there is hope in us. When the winds of change will burn your feet and disasters in your life won't give, remember that there is hope in us. When the storms
And now I will introduce a ritual for action. Rituals facilitate connection and a sense of community, and they help us promote the values we share. This ritual for action intended to help us embody what we've been talking, thinking, and singing about. Using water as a symbol of renewal, your hands will be blessed for the work of climate change, for climate justice. The entire blessing reads, "Friend, you are commissioned to act for climate justice. I bless your hands with water. May they do the work that must be done. Care for those who need the touch of kindness and create flourishing everywhere." And now, if you would like to participate in this ritual, we have 2 stations, and just feel free to come up, and the group, we know what to do.
Also, if people can't come.
Yes, and also folks that don't feel comfortable or can't physically come up here, we have 2 folks that'll come to you. So.
officially off script. So I have an announcement to make. As you know, there's announcements in the back of your order of service. We were fortunate enough to find a yoga instructor. His name is Jim. He was here 2 years ago. I think he was ill last year. That's why we had a different one. Anyway, if you are interested in starting this October 7th, please let me know. If there aren't enough people October 7th, that doesn't mean we're not going to do it eventually. It's just I need to get more people involved in it. I think we drop like $10 a session when we go there. It's kind of voluntary with cash. So I can't say enough about Jim. He's perfect in yoga and just very enlightening. And so come on, yogis.
What time and where?
Thank you, Jackie. It's 3 o'clock on Monday afternoons, from 3 o'clock to 3:45 here in the sanctuary. So we set it up. Bring your mats. I think we actually have mats in the back and blocks and things like that too. So all you have to do is come.
I share this benediction by the Reverend Peggy Clark. And after I do, please join me in our ritual words as Ted then extinguishes the chalice. But first, Reverend Clark's benediction. Knowing how quickly the flame of truth may be extinguished, how easily the chalice of fellowship broken, let us be vigilant in faith, keep peace in our hearts, and make care for one another the watchword of our lives together. So our light goes out everywhere into the world, everywhere healing and hope are needed. Let us go in peace and love and serve this world and one another. And now the words in your order of service. I guess they're not printed this time, but we know them. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of hope, the fire of commitment, or the warmth of community. May those ideals shine in our lives and warm our hearts until we are together again. Go now in peace, yes. We'll have some exit music, and then you are invited to join us in the social hall for refreshments.
Bless you.
Go now in peace, go